What is up, guys? This is Team Uberman's here. We're going to be doing a deck profile on
Dark Irregulars with Amon. Amon build.
Ooh, do you mean the better build?
Yeah, the good one. The only good one. Or
The more consistent one.
as good as you can get with Dark Irregulars.
Hey, they're not. They topped at ARG.
They did, you're right. Amon. Alright, so we'll start with the starter. The starter is probably the best card in the deck. It says Counterblast 1 and rest it. Soul Charge 2 and then pick an Amon unit. Oh, you need to have an Amon Vanguard.
That's so difficult.
Yeah. Pick an Amon unit, and it gets plus 1,000 for every card in the soul. So you basically give it anything Amon's skill, including Amon. So Amon could get plus 2,000 for every card in the soul if you wanted to do that.
Oh God, no! Please stop. That's awful.
You could also give it to the Strides, which actually is the reason this is the better deck. It's the main reason is this card.
Narukami and Kagero. Don't read it. Just blow it up.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they both Strides anyway.
Or Avengers.
The deck works without it, but it only works without it. This makes the deck like excel. Anyway, so grade 3s. This is a weird grade 3 lineup. You actually run 9 grade 3s in this deck. For Astra, this is the Legion. What he says is whenever one of your opponent's units is retired from an Amon effect, Soul Charge 3, and if he's in Legion, he gets a crit for every 10 cards in the Soul. And he Legions with Amon.
Yep, which is our other boss monster, Amon.
3 Amons in this build. He's ancient.
He's from set 3, guys. He only comes in 2 rarities. Triple rare and SP. 2
he's
SP.
also from set 12. Yeah.
And a special SP. The easier SP to get him.
Yeah. This is a set 3 SP.
Ooh, look at him go. Are they all SP?
No.
Oh, you're awful.
I'm not that manly.
They're only $5 more.
Yeah, if you can find them. Anyway, he says he gets plus 1,000 for every card in the soul just by existing. And you counterblast 1, put one of your friends in the soul, and then they pick one of their friends and kill it. And so he's really good. When you Legion with him, they keep the Legion gets his plus 1,000 for every card in the soul. So, if you have 10 cards in soul, it's swinging for 31, which is really good. And then the other 2 grade 3s I run are Amon Reverse.
The Cross Ride.
Yeah,
It's actually not a bad idea.
He's ugly.
He is really ugly, but at least he saves you.
as this guy.
Ooh, Ben, see? People agree. But now, back to the topic. At least this card helps you on the Aquaforce matchup.
Yeah, this helps out, and with the Rush decks, this deck pretty much dies to Rush.
Dies to Royals, Shadows, Aquaforce.
Yeah, but not with him. He says,
I can survive and take some hits.
yeah, he's a crossride for Amon, which is really easy to do because you soul charge a shit ton of cards in this deck. He's actual limit break skill is counterblast 1. Lock one of your units. He gets plus 1k for every card in the soul and a crit.
So he has Amon. He's like Amon, except he's 11k and he gets a reward for having a certain amount of cards in soul.
Yeah, he's not as good as him in most situations, but he's a good if you're going first because it's limit break. Grade 2s. Your grade 2 turns your most important turn. This deck can rush if you get the right hand, and it can do a kind of like mini rush if you only get 2 grade 2s. But yeah, so all of the grade 2s in this deck have Amon in their name, which is extremely important. I was running
the promo librarian, right?
Yeah, the promo librarian, and she was good, but if you had a rider, you instantly lost, and I don't like instantly losing. So I run 4 Hell's Draw. She's simple. If you call her to rear guard and you have an Amon Vanguard, Soul Charge 2. She's really good. 3 Soul Charges. This is her sister, Hell's Nail.
Her sister's a grade 1 and a grade 0.
She has 3 sisters.
Sure, Ben, sure.
Hell's Nail. So you'll use her effect once per turn. When you attack a Vanguard, counterblast an Amon and Soul Charge 3. A lot of the newer cards that came out for this lets you Soul Charge without playing cards, which lets you keep your hand, which was one of the big problems with this deck before. And then I'm running 2 Psychoglaive and 2 12k attackers. These are for Rush. If you have 6 cards in Soul, when you play him, counterblast 1, Soul Charge 1, and he gets plus 5k, 12k attacker. Because 12k attacker. So these help you rush. And if let's say you needed 1 rear guard, if you draw him, he can hit a Vanguard.
All right.
Which is his job.
I hear Devin really angry in the background.
That's Devin. Grade 1s. Okay, so my grade 1 lineup is a little weird, and I'll explain why.
But the one card that's not weird is the staple in every deck.
Yep, these are the Amon perfect cards. I'm not running the new ones because
Unslipping damage means
you
lose
actually
two.
don't need to unflip damage that much in this deck.
What did I tell you about
I
that?
thought you did. Because I mean, you do if you don't know how to play the deck.
See, Ben?
If
See,
you play the deck incorrectly, you will run out of counter
and that's
very quickly.
everything that I told you, and you didn't want to believe
I don't
me.
believe anything you say.
But at the same time, you want the old perfect guards because you don't want to say, I lost to Laurel. Or the end.
Yeah, that too. Also, he has Amon in his name, so it doesn't hurt too much writing him.
I don't want to write him because what if I soul charge another perfect guard?
Okay, so this is the weird thing. I'm only running 3 of this chick. This was actually by accident. I didn't realize that I was only running 3. I was running 1 more of something else. But this actually works really, really well. You see her when you want to see her, which is either really early or mid-game. Because if you see her late game, she's kind of useless. Yeah, she's... At 3, I think she's great. I like her a lot at 3. Then I run 3 of the Stride Enabler because your Stride in this deck is one of the best Strides in my opinion.
Is your win condition.
Yeah, it's pretty much in condition.
You want to stride.
Yeah, and so
Striding is
Enabler.
good for you people.
And then
It's like
3 Doreen, because it's one of the 3 most broken cards in the game.
And she makes a win condition with your Vanguard, which we'll show you later.
Yeah. Also, she makes your rear guards. She makes your rear guards ridiculously huge.
Because 3k for every card put into soul during your main phase is pretty disgusting.
Triggers. So I'm running 4. The trigger's pretty standard. Dark Knight of Nightmareland.
He does something.
Yeah, put him in the soul, give something plus 3k. He goes in the soul.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
That crit's expensive.
I got him
From
for
set
free.
7. You know they go for like $7.
Sweet. So this is Garrison. He's the new Amon crit. When he's put into the soul, from anywhere, from Amon's skill or any, he doesn't need to be soul charged. When he's put in the soul, if you have 6 or more cards in your soul, counterblast an Amon, and pick one of your opponent's rear guards. And
So
kill.
if you use a Mon skill by calling this to rear guard, Cannon Blast 1, you can use his skill twice and make them lose 2 units.
Yes,
I like that.
but it's kind of.
It's Cannon Blast 2, but at least you only lost 1 card to get rid of 2 other cards.
I mean, soul charging isn't really a minus for you, but I wouldn't recommend doing that unless you had to kill a Laurel or something. But yeah, he's really good. He's the only card that lets you target kill something. Then a lot of people run 2 of these, but I think 4 is absolutely necessary. Hysteric Shirley. This should be the only draw trigger you run. You put her in the soul charge 1. She's probably the best draw trigger in the game. in my opinion.
No, Gatling Claw.
Besides, okay, yeah. She's the second best draw trigger in the game. I don't like dragons, so I don't remember them.
Well, it's a gun.
But it's a dragon. And then heals. If you don't run 4 heals, you're bad.
I hate lollies.
Has a mon in its name.
It's like the only reason why you play it. I'd rather play the Alice.
You're right. But Alice does not say Amon's follower, Alice of Nightmareland.
She should.
Yep, she should. But she doesn't. Okay, so strides. 2 of the rare stride. She is amazing. She's really, really, really good. You swing with her. If she hits, soul charge 2, draw a card. If she doesn't hit, you drive check 3.
And worst case scenario, you can force her to just get rid of perfect guards from your opponent's hand early game.
Yeah. Also, this can make her ridiculously big.
Yeah.
Because remember, she'll share the name of whatever's below you, and all your grade 3s are Amon. So
She's
it's
really good. 'Cause she helps out with, hand advantage, which the deck kind of suffers from.
Yeah. Also, those last 2 cards, you need 15 cards in soul at the end of the game. That's how you win. 1 of the Amon stride.
You rarely go into him, right?
Yeah, you really go into him, and I was running 2, but there'll never be a time where you'll go into him, go through 2 Gilder Eyes, and then go back into him, because you'll deck out.
Yeah, you will.
You'll deck out by that point. 1 Madu, because,
Striding again is fun.
yeah, I mean, you run Legion, and you run a 10k, so I mean, 1 Madu. I've never gotten into it.
But in case of scenario where you
But
had to
it's
write
like-
him on first and you had a pitch,
Yep.
you never know.
And then the big boy,
The win condition.
Gilder Eyes. I don't have one of
I
them
call
in
him
SP
Ra's al
yet.
Ghul.
No, he's Gilder Eyes. Gilder Eyes killed children.
Alright, we know that.
That was the thing. Anyway, he says, flip a copy of himself face up if you have 2 or more G units in your G zone. He gets the following effects. If you have 10 or more cards in your soul, he gets plus 10k. If you have 15, he gets plus 10k, and he can't be guarded by 1s or higher.
So you pretty much can only
actually,
intercept.
yeah, I'm sorry, I read his effect wrong.
1s or higher from hand.
Yeah, 1s are higher from hand.
Which pretty
but
much.
then if there's 2 or more cards in the G zone, he gets a crit. Those skills.
Which pretty much
just
you
2 or
need
more.
to have a bunch of 10k shields, intercept, or if you're playing golds, pray that you get a perfect guy with Gurgit,
Yeah.
which is kind of unlikely. So this guy's devastating. This guy right here, he's what Dark and Regular players have been dreaming for, a win condition, because they have a great early game, mid game. It's just once they get to late game, they kind of lose fire.
Yeah, I mean, if your opponent saves their perfect guards the entire time, you lose unless you stride into this guy. And then you, again, can make him really big with her, or just by putting Doreen behind her.
Yep.
That's why I think Doreen's necessary, because
I think the I seen him at the highest when they did the combo with this and Doreen. I think the highest I ever seen him hit was 107.
The highest I've ever gotten was 72. That was with, I want to say 17 cards in soul. I had 20 cards in soul once. But yeah, you deck out if you get too greedy with this deck. But
You gotta be careful, guys.
yeah, it's really fun.
But alright, guys, this is Team Movements here, and we're gonna be signing off. Thank you, Ben.
No problem.